again, 661-258-3499. I'm going to give you a call. Hopefully you pick up. Because today I'm out here exposing DCAFs. So I got the first one already. Let me go ahead and pick up the call because he ain't letting me breathe. So I'm assuming that's a decaf.
Yeah, good. That's your boy AKHi Bodied. I'm calling in from the border of Yemen.
You calling in from Yemen?
Yeah, from the borders. I'm about to go into Yemen right now.
All right, that's what's up. So what's good? He talked to me.
Yeah. Yeah, first off, I wanted to say I hope that your daughter's doing well. I see she was in the hospital. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give her good health. Allah yashfiha.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate that, man, because you already know that's
and the
touchy.
second, no problem.
Yeah, go ahead.
No problem, man. And so the thing I wanted to talk about you was, did you mention yet how Terence Crawford was ducking the smoke with Thurman?
Well, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to touch on that. Like I said, every topic, I'm going to talk about it once I get to it. So is that the topic you want to talk about today? Because
I'm on the border of Yemen. I'm about to go in and literally cross the border of Yemen in like 20 minutes. So I wanted to just hear what you got to say about,
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I feel you on that, but you calling from a USA number. I don't know how you do that because, you got to make the call internationally. I don't know how you're making that possible.
I'm using the spoof number, bro. Hey.
I'm using what?
I'm using the spoof number. I got an application where I use the 313 number.
So you think?
I'm living in Saudi Arabia.
I got you. So in your mind, is Terence Crawford ducking Keith Thurman? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I want to know, do you think he's ducking Keith Thurman?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my take, but let's get your take first. Do you believe he's ducking him? Hello?
No, I want to hear what you got to say.
You got to hear my take, but because I got you on the phone, so I'm trying to hear your perspective and what you got to say before I give you my take. So, do you believe he ducking him? Is it yes or no question?
I believe he's ducking him, Sean Porter. Yeah, I believe he's ducking Sean Porter and Keith Thurman, to be honest with you.
I got you. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Now, let me ask you this question. Do you believe Canelo Alvarez is ducking Andrade and Charlo? Because you were the same caller that was defending Canelo for ducking them. I know, but you were the same caller that defended Canelo for ducking Andrade and Charlo. So I want to make sure you're on the same boat with me. I'm trying to see if you're consistent. You agree that Canelo is ducking Andrade and Charlo, right?
I do. Hey, I do agree. I do agree that Canelo is ducking Andrade and ducking Charlo because they bad matchup. They bad matchup for him. He can possibly lose. I don't believe he's scared, but he could possibly lose. But that's not my question. My question
I get it. But I just want to clarify because you called last time. I remember last time I checked, you called in. I knocked you out when it came to that topic because you were trying to defend Canelo and claim he was pound for pound #1. So my question to you, it's been 5 years. He's been avoiding Andrade and Charlo. When is he gonna grow cojones to face the real champions, the best champions in his division or around his division?
Okay, first of all, let me say you said I'm hating on Carl. I'm just saying.
No. Respond to my question. You don't have to clarify. You don't have to clarify. It's okay. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I just brought up a lot of facts. Everything I said was a fact. It was in my opinion. So respond to the question. It's been 5 years. Charlo and Andrade. Why not fighting for Charlo and them? Yeah, Andrade and Charlo. I think, to be honest, and he ain't fought them yet. I think, to be honest, listen. I think the fight contract he got with the Zone, 11 fights. He got like 8 left. He's going to be forced to fight Andrade, no doubt. That's what I think. He's going to be forced to fight Andrade as long as Andrade keeps winning. It's been 5 years, bro. It's been 5 years. Come on, now I said. Okay, that was at 154. As it's been 5 years at 160, they haven't been on the same network. Right now, they are on the same network, and they fought on HBO. They both fought on HBO, and they both fought on the Zone. Hold on. That's like I said. I gotta check you. I gotta check you with the false information. You said they didn't fight on the network. They didn't fight on the same network. Yes, they did. They fought on HBO, and now they fight on the Zone. So they've been on the same networks. And Andre and Charlo been fighting at 154 and 160. At 154. And 160. Canelo probably did duck him at 150. And 160. Right now, he's ducking him. He's going to fight him now at 160. He's on the Zone with him. You think Eddie Hearn's going to let that shit slide and let him not fight Andrade
and have a unification with
he got no control. He don't got no control over what Canelo does. Canelo is not forced to fight anybody on the zone.
Okay,
he can do whatever he want to do. He's his own boss, right? But he don't got the cojones to fight the best. So answer the question, because you've taken a long time and you ain't justified why he ain't fought the best yet.
I'm answering your question. Let me answer your question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think he's gonna fight Charles what's his name? Andrade. He's gonna have to fight Andrade because they're on the same team. Another one, you said Charlo. I think he's gonna have to fight Charlo because because Bernard Hopkins, his own co-promoter, is promoting that fight and saying, "Yo, he gotta fight him. That's the fight to be made." Blah blah blah. And another thing, Canelo. We all know you can't question Canelo's heart. You can't question that Canelo's a dog. Canelo is a dog, bro. So Canelo, he ain't gonna go out and retire without fighting these guys that are the same age as him. And just ruin his legacy by not fighting Andrade and Charlo. Because it's true, if you don't fight Charlo at least,
man, it's been 5 years. He haven't negotiated. Like you keep saying that's making up excuses. You said things that Canelo haven't even mentioned. That's what I mean by excuses.
But he's not fighting.
Canelo never said anything.
Listen,
Canelo never said or claimed anything you mentioned right now. Canelo never negotiated with Andrade. And you claim all that, but he never negotiated with Andrade. But he was only one belt removed from achieving his dream. So if you're not even the best at your division, if you don't have the cojones to challenge the best in your division, how you going to be pound for pound number one? My brother, like I said, you got knocked out on split decision again. Listen, Crawford moved up to welterweight, and as soon as he moved up, he wants Errol Spence, the number one welterweight in the world. You think Canelo would do that? Canelo, he been avoiding Andrade and Charlo for 5 years. I mean, call Canelo Alvarez the excuse champion because he don't do nothing but make excuses. And you stay making excuses for him while he ain't fought him yet.
I do agree. I do agree that Canelo is ducking Andrade and ducking Charlo because they bad matchup. They bad matchup for him. He can possibly lose.
You called last time. I remember last time I checked. You called in. I knocked you out when it came to that topic because you were trying to defend Canelo and claim he was pound for pound number one. Now, since that's out of the equation, right? Now, let's say you said that Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, you believe that Terence Crawford is ducking both. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If Terence Crawford does not fight Keith Thurman next, or at least a better name than Keith Thurman, then it's obviously a bad look. It's definitely a bad look if he doesn't fight Keith Thurman, unless he fights a better name. However, I won't say he's ducking them because you got to remember when Terence Crawford first came to the welterweight division, the first person he called out, he called out Keith Thurman. He said, I want Keith Thurman. And then Keith Thurman always gave us the political answers. He didn't want no part of Terence Crawford at the time. But now, obviously, tables turned. Keith Thurman is coming off a loss, so he knows that he knows that if I beat Terence Crawford, that will get me back to the top. The topic of conversation will change to Keith Thurman versus.
Let me ask you something.
Hold on. Let me finish. The topic of conversation will change to Keith Thurman versus Errol Spence, right? So the Keith Thurman knows that. That's why he's calling out Terence Crawford. But we all know if Canelo Alvarez. If Andrade or Charlo are coming off losses, man, ain't nobody going to claim Canelo is ducking either Andrade or Charlo. So in this situation, when it comes to Terence Crawford, both Keith Thurman and Sean Porter are coming off a loss, and that's a fact. They both coming off a loss. So how is he ducking guys that's coming off losses? In my humble opinion, I think Terence Crawford will fight Keith Thurman. He just doesn't want to fight these guys coming off losses. And even Terence Crawford already clarified that if Sean Porter wanted, he could get it. But when it comes to Keith Thurman, I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to actually dive deeper on that. So go ahead, give me your thoughts and your comments, and I'm going to go ahead and move on and start the show because you'll cut me off.
You give honestly, I'm sorry, Aki, but listen, you gave the correct answer is that if Terence Crawford doesn't fight somebody to Keith Thurman's level or better, then that means, it's fishy. And
it's not a good look. Of course, it's not a good look.
It's looking like he's fighting. It's not a good look. Yeah, if you don't fight, because Keith Thurman, hate him or love him, he's still top five. He's still top five welterweight.
Yeah, he's a top fighter.
If you look at the fact, is Terence Crawford has yet beat somebody in the top five to the welterweight. Could you agree to that too?
Beat top five.
Keith Thurman beat that.
I mean, yeah, he haven't beat the top five because the division is so deep. The division is so deep. The division is so deep.
So there's no reason.
But he beat
no reason for him to duck Keith Thurman. I understand.
I won't say he's ducking.
Let me finish. There's no reason for him to. There's no reason for him to avoid a Keith Thurman or a Sean Porter. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not trying to argue with you or not, bro. I just wanted to hear what you have to say. Hey, you gave the right answer, but he should fight Keith Thurman or someone better. If not, it's something fishy.
Yeah. I mean, let's not act like I don't speak the truth daily. I always tell her how it is. Like I said, if Crawford has a better opponent than a Keith Thurman, then go ahead.
You're a little biased towards Crawford, but
how am I biased when I just everything that I stated is a fact? Do you see? Do you disagree with anything I say?
We have a little bit.
What do you disagree with? If you think I'm a little biased, go ahead. Tell me how you expose me, for example. If you feel like I'm biased, go ahead, expose me.
Okay, Keith Thurman. No, I don't. Listen. Keith Thurman said, hey, send me the contract and you'll see how fast I sign it. Send me the contract and let's get it on. I'll put it on Instagram Live. And Crawford was talking all that shit, saying, man, you don't want to smoke, blah, 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 blah. No, he's nowhere to hear. No, he's nowhere talking.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that. Like I said, you wait on till I touch on the topic. If that's what everything you have to say, like I said, you don't disagree with anything I say, so you can't say I'm biased if you can't point out what I'm being biased toward. But I appreciate you calling in, man. You need to call in. Inshallah, you stay safe and you have a safe flight and all of the above.
You change your no problem. Hey, but you change, inshallah. Hey, you change your opinion. Allah barak fik, jazakallah khair.
You say I changed my opinion on what? Like I said, man, you can't claim nobody biased and then you can't point out what they had to say that's biased. And shout out to OG Swag, RJ and OG. OG Swag said, Del Diego, call in. Or STFU. Hey, these decafs don't have any cojones. Go ahead, call in. Hey, you have my number. OG Swag put it to you. So don't act like y'all don't have my number. But let me go ahead and dive into the first topic at hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble.
So I just want to make it clear, if you disagree with anything I say, you get a VIP pass. Right to split decision for you to get exposed. You won't be saved by the bell. You're going to get knocked out. You saw my own AKHi calling in from Yemen. Just a week ago, he called in talk about Canelo Alvarez is pound for pound number one. Canelo ain't ducking Andrade or Charlo. And now he admitted on live because I come with facts. He admitted that Canelo is ducking Charlo and Andrade. So you already know how AKHi comes. I come with the DCAF's kryptonite, the truth. So that's why they're afraid to call in. But as soon as the live is over, they in the comment section making excuses. But these same guys will be watching me live, but won't call in. So
you don't know
for the people that don't know shit about boxing, you quit ducking and call in. That's all I got to say. Split Decision episode 50 is over with. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smart about it. And if you're trying to get dumb about it, second, don't listen to these decasts. The dumb, casual ass fans that don't know shit about boxing. Word to Roger Mayweather. May he rest in peace. Subscribe and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post on Split Decision. Split Decision is a boxing debate / talk show mixed, master, engineered, produced by yours truly, AKHi, the past, present, and future pound for pound. When it comes to debating, I got these decafs shook. They're scared to look when AKHi's on TV. Even my own AKHis could get it. Quit treating AKHi like the Iron Mike of debate and the most feared. All these decafs, as soon as the live is over, they in the comment section being keyboard warriors. And the whole time I was on live, all these decafs had no cojones. They were scared to call in. AKHi got him shook. They scared to look every time AKHi's on TV, but anybody can get it. AKHi records stand at what? Around 700 debates with 700 KOs. It ain't no split decision. Ain't nobody saved by the bell. Like I said, it's a straight KO. I won't let the DCAFs be the judge. I'm not gonna get robbed like Lara got robbed versus Canelo, like Morenes got robbed versus Rolly, like all these fighters that got robbed in the sport of boxing. I'm gonna get a KO every single time. I go straight for the KO on some Iron Mike. So with 700 KOs, a DCAF ain't did a damn thing about it, but we already know what time it is. To H Money, T-Tone, and all the above. If I had a lower IQ, I could have enjoyed y'all debates, but I got a higher IQ. So if any of you DCAFs / YouTube trolls / old media, if any of you dream about or have a nightmare of putting an L on my record, you better wake up and apologize on Split Decision Live. My man OG Swag, he says 700 RJ, my man said 4,000 You already know. I mean, I'm knocking out every single DCAF like more than once. Every single DCAFs, I'm giving them all these rematches, knocking them out with every topic they got in mind. Professor Stevie Wonder, I done knocked him out on Split Decision till the man quit. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Like I said, you got to have credibility to be on my record. But I gave the DCAFs the opportunity to, since nobody got the cojones to debate AKHi, I come with facts because facts trump opinion. When the truth is spoken, the other side is nothing but a lie. Like I said, OG, you already know what time it is. With that being stated, I'm going to go ahead and take you all out.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem. But you could call me the can man, cause anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.